Hello and welcome to the Himmin Afl guide. Oh yes, this is easily one of the best melee weapons right now in Valheim. It is a royal beast at zoning pokes. With great levels you can 1-2 poke, stagger, and then kill a seeker. Middle mouse will stagger seekers, 1-star seekers, 2-star seekers, seeker soldiers. If you get a weak spot middle mouse on a 1-star soldier, it'll stagger that too. And you can go middle mouse, poke city, go destroy a whole bunch of enemies that I just mentioned, stagger locking wise, except for the 1-star seeker. But yeah, that includes seeker soldiers. You can stagger lock these guys to death. Ooh yeah. So, what makes this especially good is this middle mouse has a 6 times damage to staggering modifier, and unlike, let's say, frost as an element, lightning actually counts towards staggering. No other element does this. Not spirit, poison, fire, frost, nothing. Just lightning. And wet mobs take 1.5 times lightning damage. So mobs that are swimming around outside in the water, including like maybe Dverger, or just wet pit seekers that are inside the infested mines, that are, see, you see the dripping effect on them. They will take 1.5 times damage, lightning damage, but also they will take 1.5 times the lightning damage worth in staggering, and then that'll be modified times 6 with that beautiful middle mouse. So yeah, it's just a ton of crowd control. It is a ton of brutal, effective destruction. It'll take care of ticks that are on you with a spin to win. If they're just a group encounters that you think are real nasty, real brutal, including ticks, it'll just destroy them. The stamina that it uses, you will regain if you just walk backwards. Let's say if you're low on stamina, you need to just spin and then walk. You will be able to regen more stamina with the time that it takes enemies to recover and then get to you than it does to use the weapon, which means if you play well, you can just repeat and rinse and repeat this process and demolish anything that stands in your way, except for maybe like a 2-star soldier, you know, then that's like, you pop your bone mess and we're all good. Now let's talk about overworld seekers a little bit. They have the tendency when you spin to win them to fly, like way down here. Now the really cool thing is, it's a super easy swap from Himmin to Spine Snap. And what that means is, oh, you see seekers fly away? No problem. Super easy snipe with frost arrows to follow up. The enemies are almost certainly staggered. No, they will be staggered. Like, you got decent levels, they're staggered. In which case you can follow up with huge damage, and that's a dead seeker. If you are playing Mage, that's a super easy swap to Staff of Embers, in which you can do the same exact thing. Most likely as a Mage, and I made a whole Mage guide link in description, you were just going to double blast with Staff of Embers, and that's going to take out whatever seeker. But if you're co-op or you got a 2-star seeker or something like that, then swapping from Himmin to Embers and back and forth is really solid. Now another swap, of course, say in the mines, or if you have a bunch of seekers, ticks that are all erratic or flying about, the Demolisher will have better AoE coverage with verticality. You see that hitbox there? It's a sphere. It'll cover what the Himmin Afl can't, because the Himmin Afl is on a flat plane. Even then, Himmin Afl is going to be way better for general use on most mobs. The Demolisher will just cover what it can. We also have the Arbalest here. Classic ranged burst damage option, really good in mid-range, and then you can swap right back to the Himmin Afl, get your pokes in, stagger lock an enemy, and then reset the stagger if you really have to with another middle mouse, and then just go back to town. What's also classic is, of course, Skull and Hottie. Interestingly enough, this thing, if you're trying to fight one group and you see some more mobs coming soon, it's probably good to finish off the mobs that you're dealing with now. So, really not bad to do a spin and then skull to finish off the mobs quickly, and then go back to spinning to win. Not a bad swap at all. Now potions, we have here Lingering Stamina, so that you can keep up spinning and winning and really controlling the battlefield in your favor, you know. You don't really want that emergency situation where it's like, oh no, I have no stam. And even though I said it's very much stamina regenning, stamina efficient weapon, which most people get wrong, Lingering Stamina just helps even more with that, and honestly, it's the best potion in the game right now. This thing will save you so many problems and will just provide you ultimate destruction because, I mean, really, stamina is how you kill things. I know Eider exists, but even mages want to use stamina to maneuver and as a rotation options to destroy things. Stamina is clutch. Lingering Stamina helps with that. Of course, major healing and then Tasty Mead. Tasty Mead will stack with Lingering Stamina, so it'll function like a quick little help me boost in stamina if you see a problem coming. You got Lingering Stamina pop, you pop a Tasty Mead, and then you wait a little bit for your stamina to just shoot back up, and then you charge in. It is really nice. Barley Wine for the Yalls, of course. Great in a group encounter. The armor I have here is full Fenris with some Root Harnesk, good old Pierce Res. Of course, Barley Wine will override the Root Harnesk if you have a Seeker plus Yall encounter. If you have Bone Mass on, full Fenris is just devastatingly strong. Otherwise, using the Root Harnesk somewhat tankiness to just charge up and be super aggressive and middle mouse even through Seeker pokes, even through like starred Seeker pokes. Really, really strong. Great versus the Queen, although you're not going to really be using this this weapon versus the Queen. The Queen has big pierce resistance. Because she has pierce resistance, ooh, the damage is not going to be very, very good. You might want to just use like, let's say like Mistwalker or Frostner, maybe even Spine Snap if you're a mage. Of course, just do normal mage strategies with Staff of Embers. That'll settle it just fine. But yeah, your two-handed swaps are just crisp and clean. Your armor will keep you fast, swift, really, really good for spacing out a whole lot of things. Let's talk food. Stamina, stamina, health. That's going to be your best thing for your Himmin main. Of course, you got the stamina to dominate your enemies, and just enough health to keep yourself from getting staggered by a lot of things that might happen to hit you. Generally, you're just going to be spacing things out. But for emergencies and to be super aggressive, we have that 1 extra health, and we also have Bone Mass. It's Bone Mass. It provides you all these resistances, and you can be super aggressive. You can also use it to build up confidence and interacting with a variety of hellish encounters with the infested mines. It's Bone Mass. It's classic, you know. On your non-magical builds, you're going to want Bone Mass. Let's talk pocket options now. Good swap. Huntsman Bow in the infested mines, doing sneak strategies. Considering your Skull and Haughty, your Demolisher strats, your Arbalest strats, we already have all of these levels here and tools to do really good sneaking strats. And because of that, we just slap a Huntsman Bow on that. Now you can take leftover Iron Heads or Wood Arrows into the infested mines. Go destroy some Dvergr Lanterns to keep yourself not well lit and in the shadows. And you can just sneak, use your Arbalest strats, use your Skull and Haughty strats, kind of dominate, isolate and then dominate Seeker Soldiers and 2-star Seekers, all sorts of problem mobs that you might not want to deal with, let's say, like, at max HP. Maybe you got like a 2-star Soldier and you really want that middle mouse with Skull and Haughty to get the HP down low before you start popping Bone Mass and doing normal strategies. Yeah. Your sneak strats are going to be the way to go. Now, Himmin Afl itself, it does have 10% glow, so it's not very good to sneak with it. Enemies will be able to spot you easier, in which case, simple, Skull and Haughty or Arbalest. Very, very smooth. You fire with the Arbalest, you will just go back to sneaking normally. It's very nice. Other pocket options. Abyssal Harpoon is just a great dungeon pocket option combo with the Demolisher. It's just Abyssal Harpoon aggroes a bunch of Seekers. Demolisher will crush them. It just covers what the Himmin does not. Abyssal Harpoon can also pull and drag a Seeker Soldier off of a staircase that's camping it so that you can have flat ground and you can demolish it with the Himmin Afl. Pile bombs are just clutch versus the queen, and also very, very, very nice in the infested mines to just destroy all sorts of dangerous mobs through the walls, through barriers. Great in accompaniment with the AoE of the Demolisher. It's just nice addition. Alright. Now I want to show you some great gameplay. Oh yes, I have classic gameplay here. First I want to show you some just classic Himmin strats. No rested, sometimes a little bit of raining. This one's co-op, but oh man, it is a treat of a video. Let's check this out. So me and my friend's a big at-gear main. We come across a mine, and you know, we got a couple of 1-star seekers, you know, and some regular seekers. Quite a bit of them. I'm panicking because this is our first Mistlands run, and I'm very prone to panic. Oh yeah, it's a nightmare. And I decide, hey, I need to help my friend that's being swarmed by 1-stars and normal seekers. Yeah, I bring some more lads over. But yeah, Himmin Afl into the abyss. They're by my friend. Oh yeah, so I'm like, okay, I need to group up, because once we group up all these mobs, we can then deal with them. And look at this. But we spin and we win. We stagger the seekers. Look at that. Staggered. Bit of damage. Other guy couldn't hit me because of the spacing. Staggered. Damage. Low stam. Oh, I got low stam. I can just keep walking. Get that stam back. They can't get to me. They can't get to my friend. We're just regaining stamina so that we can dominate them. I have this one isolated. Stagger and then go to Poked City. Couldn't quite finish him off because of the stam situation. Lingering stamina would have been immense here. And he's dead. Look at that spacing. Hold on. I want to show you that spacing again. Did you see that? The walk away? Just instantly dodged the bite with the walk away. This is why we go Fenris, because Fenris also increases walking speed. So if I didn't have Fenris there, I would have gotten hit. Now, it wouldn't have been terrible because I have Bone Mass on, but still, that is such a huge example of Fenris speed mattering for defensive purposes and not just offensive purposes. Yeah, just look at the spin to win. Oh my god, they think they can do something? Nope. My friend over here getting some pokes in with him in as well. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out like the best time to go in and help him out. It starts raining now, so our stam regen is even worse. Yeah, that one is just, I love getting the pokes in. Staggered, all three of them. Staggered, all three of them. And then the other one's dead. Yeah, you see how, like, once they're staggered and they're trying to get to you, you just regain stamina, like, no problem. All you gotta do is really just play smart, space well, and even when you're wet, no rested, the at-gear is actually a pretty damn stamina-efficient weapon. You just have to accompany it with good play. Once you have good play, you can dominate seemingly lethal encounters, even no rested and wet like this. Let's move on now to an interesting strategy solo, where it's just classic spin to win and then poke. We've got 3 seekers right at the start of this infested mine. They've bonked me out. I drank a potion. I came back in. Himmin Afl. Check this. Staggered. Poke dead. Poke dead. Poke dead. It really is that simple. Of course, to the hitbox. But it's a super easy swap. Bow and frost arrows. Oof. Ouch. You see, even though I've got health, stamina, Fenris, root harness, I get hit by that blunt attack. That's not bad. You still have room for error, and it's fine. Don't worry about going too low on armor if it's going to give you offensive benefits and also resistances versus tricky mobs. That one attack, it's good to watch out for because it's blunt damage. However, even if you get hit by it once or even twice, you have room to spare, you have potions to drink, you have bone mass to pop. you have offensive strategies to use. We spin and we win. So, now, I also want to check out this other thing. This one is fun. This is a wet pit clear. So we have these wet pits here. The seekers down there are wet. Watch me and my wonderful community member Mitmon dive in with Atgears, the Himmin Afl, and just dominate these seekers. Let's check it out. We swap bow to Atgear. Spin to win. Spin to win. Poke. Poke. Done. Let's check it out one more time. Swap bow to Atgear, super easy. Spin to win. Spin to win. Poke. Poke. Now, something I want to mention about the whole spin and staggering thing is that you can't just spam spin and expect them to just be permanently stagger locked. Not only is that very stamina inefficient, but also the enemies will just recover from stagger and then smack you. There is a certain time window between spins where the enemies will be recovering from stagger, and for a split second they'll be immune to stagger. So if you spin them, it's just going to be damage and they're going to counterattack you. What you have to do is you have to spin and either stagger lock them with Poke City, or you have to back off, wait a second, like with me and my friend with all of those 1-star seekers and regular seekers, and then you spin again. And then once you can isolate seekers, then you poke those. But spamming spin, no, not good. Okay, yeah, I love the wet pit dominance with him, and so much fun. Now I want to show you this. So this is proof that you can stagger lock a Seeker Soldier. I didn't have very good Atgear levels. This was a Clubs 100 character that I had converted to a sword main. Not very good pole arms. I think like 40s or something silly like this. Let's check it out. Spin to win, staggered, poke, 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 staggered again, poke, poke. And you see, if I had more stamina, if I was running double stamina, I'm running health stamina either, which is a very good co-op thing. If I was running health stamina, I would have stagger locked it and killed it. But yeah, also higher levels, of course. But yeah, this is proof that you can totally stagger lock a Seeker Soldier. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. Now, I want to show you some Mage quirks. Final thing. This is a 1-star Seeker Soldier that I fought with a bunch of Mage strats, physical strats, and I was testing out, can I stagger lock this guy? Can I stagger him at all with the Himmin Afl? So I was wondering, could I do that? Let's give it a look. I'm trying to get the weak spot, and I'm not getting it, and that's really because of the elevation, because Himmin Afl is very flat. It's a very flat spin to win hitbox, all Atgears really. But the Seeker Soldier booty is very precise. Now, a lot of weapons like, say, Mistwalker, you don't really need that precision because it has a one-handed swords have been buffed vertically on their normal hitbox ever since Mistlands, so they're very good for smacking around leeches, which are pretty low, but also very good for smacking around Seeker Soldier booty and getting that weak spot damage modifier. Himmin Afl, not as much. You have to be at a very specific elevation. Let's check it out. So that one failed. Trying to space him out because I can't really stagger him like that. Couldn't quite get the booty, couldn't get it. Still though, the spacing and timing. And here we go. You see how, let's check the positioning here. See how I was like pretty even to him, or even a little bit lower than him? This is how you get good 1-star or even just regular Seeker Soldier staggers with the Himmin. Check this. Staggered, poke, poke. That is like, what, 350, 400 damage right there? Just really nice little thing for Seeker Soldiers that are starred like this. Really good way to just stagger them, back up, maybe stagger them again, get more pokes in. Especially good in co-op to just open the way towards massive, massive damage. Oh, it's so good. Really good swap. Even as a mage, if you're doing a little bit of pokes with not too much stamina, that utility is just so strong as a swap. Ooh, that is nice. Alright. that is it for the Himmin Afl guide. It is so satisfying, so strong. I love that lightning effect. That is wonderful. Even the sound effects, the look of it, the fact that it doesn't cost too much metal to use. Oh yeah, beautiful. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys some other time. Bye!